What's up guys, it's MTG Match. We're back with another Innistad Midnight Hunt standard video for you guys. So let's just jump right into the deck I want to present to you today, and it's an Bant Control deck, which, disclaimer, isn't very good. So this is really more of an experiment, and I'm still trying to get a grip on the Innistad meta, because I actually feel pretty overwhelmed. I think the standard meta we have right now is one of the best I've experienced so far, ever since I've been playing Magic Arena. It seems very diverse, you can do a lot of experimentation, there's a lot of cool new content, and it just feels really nice, and the power level is nice. It's not too overpowered, it's just at the right point. So I'm still doing a lot of experimenting, and this is a deck that I came up with, and disclaimer, this deck is not good, but I still wanted to present this deck to you guys because I do find the idea interesting. So what is this deck all about? This deck is a Bant Control deck, and the whole idea of this deck is, as the name says, that we control the game, but let's say the specific idea of this deck is that we want to be a control deck that simply outvalues our opponent by simply being able to go infinite and have recurring value over and over and over again. So how do we do that? Well, we do that with two cards mainly. One is Druid's Revival and the other is Quandrix Command. So Druid's Revival is an uncommon, which I love this card, and this is the card that actually gave me the idea for this deck. So it's a 3-mana sorcery in green that says you turn target card from your graveyard to your hand and it's got flashback of 5. So you can pay 3 mana and just get any card back from your graveyard. And on top of that, if you do that, you can cast it again later for 5 mana and get another card back from your graveyard. Now, this card allows us not only to use cards like Wrenn and 7 multiple times, and this may get multiple 3/4 creatures which can eventually win us the game, but also if you have Wrenn and 7 out and plus Wrenn and 7 to fish some lands from top of our library, all the cards we mill into our graveyard become like an extension of our hand through Druid's Revival, because we have access to those cards with Druid's Revival. So Druid's Revival is the first piece of having a lot of value with this deck, and the second piece is 2 copies of Quandrix Command. Why do we have this in here? Well, first of all, it's just a nice flexible card, right? You can bounce a creature, you can put 1/1 counters on your 3/4 creatures or on your crawling barons. But most importantly, it also got the mode of target player shows up to 3 target cards from the graveyard into the library. Now, as you notice, if you have 2 Quandrix Command in your deck, you can go infinite, right? Because if you have a Quandrix Command in your graveyard and one in your hand, you can use the Quandrix Command in your hand to shuffle the Quandrix Command from your graveyard into your library, then you draw it, and then you can do it over and over and over again. So with this deck, we can get to a point where we almost got all of our lands out on the battlefield, and then we just can basically loop our deck infinitely and this way win the game. This won't happen very often, obviously, because most games don't go that long. But Quandrix Command plus Druid's Revival is what, gave me the idea for this deck. Just basically make a Bant Control deck that can win very long games. And then the rest of the deck is just getting there. So we got 4 copies of Wrenn and 7 to provide us with 3/4 creatures that are quite powerful, obviously, and they can win us the game. So Wrenn and 7 plus crawling barons is our win condition, right? We just overrun our opponent with those big creatures. And as I already said, Wrenn and 7 just has a really nice interaction with Druid's Revival, because if you +1 Wrenn and 7, we mill a bunch of cards into our graveyard, which we have access to through Druid's Revival. The rest of Wrenn and 7 abilities are pretty relevant for our deck. We basically never need the 0 loyalty ability, and we will also never get to the -8. Then we got 3 copies of the Fairy. This is just a card I want to experiment with a lot, and it just fits into the theme of, we want to just build long-term advantage, and the Fairy really helps us get there. with his emblem, and along the way he can draw us cards, and obviously the +1 also rents us and gains us some life, which is actually very relevant in a control deck. Gaining some life back can be huge. Then 4 copies of Memory Deluge. For me, this is just an all-star card if you play blue. Also, Saw It Coming. Saw It Coming is also has a special place in its deck because of its interaction with Dura's Revival. Because we have a lot of mana in this deck, because we run 4 field trips and 2 paths to the festival, so we have quite a lot of ways to ramp and generate value. So we can get to a point where we control the board, right? Because we've wiped the board with Doomscar or removed creatures with Fateful Absence. And then we can come to a point in the game where we have a Saw It Coming, we counter something from our opponent. On our turn we get the Saw It Coming back, and we really create a situation where we almost lock the opponent out of the game. So that's another cool interaction. As I said, we have 4 copies of Field Trip for ramping and also learning. To pass to the festival, also some nice ramp. Gives us also some, you know, it's just some big value because it lets us scry, fix our mana, and also got Flashback itself. And then Fateful Absence, which is another new all-star for me in white decks. Lets us destroy any creature or planeswalker. And that's basically the deck. We run all of our nice new dual lands. We run the back channel pathways here. And actually notice we don't run the pathways for the Selesnya colors because we don't need it, right? Instead we got 2 copies of Crown Barrens, as I said, as win condition, 2 copies of Field of Ruin to deal with manlands, and some basics because we actually can fish basics quite well with Field of Ruin and Path to the Festival and Field Trip. If we take a look at the sideboard, in lessons we get 2 Environmental Sciences, 2 Teachings for card draw, 2 Containment Breach to deal with Skeleton Swarmings, and a single copy of Mascot Exhibition, just occasionally gives us a big board. And then I also built, also put some cards in for best of 3, which is not final, so I wouldn't recommend this totally, but the idea is we got Pithing Needles against matchups where our opponent has a lot of planeswalkers, and Weathered Runestone again these Gruul matchups where you have, you know, Blood on Snow, and it basically says you can get your planeswalkers out of the graveyard. It also means that we can use Flashback, so as I said, it's not final, so I wouldn't really recommend this deck for best of 3. So that's the deck. As I said, disclaimer, this deck isn't performing very well, but I still thought it was nice to present this idea. This basic idea of get a Wrenn 7 that mills you, Duria's Revival gives you access to all those milled cards, and Conrad's Command lets you go infinite, and retrieving Saw It Coming over and over again from your graveyard can create some type of lock for your opponent. So that's the deck. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I see you guys soon. This looks fine. Then we go Field Trip. Wow, no place. Let's go. And give me a science, please. And then next turn we can go Wrenn 7. Or not. Or not. It's fine, we still just ramp into it. We go another Field Trip, Sciences.
The heat has become unbearable.
And we just win with more resources. Forest. Actually, let's go Mascot Exhibition. Alright, Mascot Exhibition just gives us a big board. Right, you wanna play games. Probably like to keep open Innistad coming. No, that's just field trip. Just ramp our way out of here. Now the science is for life gain. And we just paid it 9 mana, I don't care. Playing round 7 is not advisable, since this single token can just be answered with a portable hole. No attacks of Haven. What? Am I dead? This is 8, 9 damage. 12. Okay. Get wrecked. Yeah. I think that's just fair with this play pattern. Seems good. Nice top deck. Very nice top deck. Now we just play Wrenn 7 or Mascot Exhibition. I actually want to wait one more turn for a counter spell. No, I think we just get our Doomscar back. Now we can play round 7 and have mana for a Soil coming to counter any answer to our big old tree.
Come, 7. The will of the woods is made manifest.
Just an 11-11. The nice thing about Raiden is that if we cast Memory Deluge, we get 6 cards, right? Because it's we access the amount of mana spent to cast a spell.
Power grows with time.
Oh, what a nice draw. And Field of Ruin, let's go. Now with this Field of Ruin, I actually want to just Doomscar. Should have not revealed the Field of Ruin. But it's fine. 7 mana left. Yeah, I'm gonna counter that. End the turn. And that's pretty much GG. Just blow out the Haven with our Field of Ruin. Get another Tree Folk. No basic land available.
Into the trees. They prepare for war.
Oh, we have a mascot actually. Almost forgot about that. No, I think we just attack here. Now I'm just gonna block with Falling Barons because I can make it a 6/6. And this way I don't have to use the Absence and give him a card. Oh! That was good. Okay. I'm gonna keep. Mainly because of Doomscar, but we also have Field Trip to catch up. I'm actually not gonna use Doomscar yet. I'd rather ramp here and make sure that I hit my land drops. Because now with Sciences I can get my next land and still play Doomscar if needed. Order. And now we get another island. Could have still waited actually.
Just as delightful as speeding things up.
The counter is still open. Shouldn't be able to, get his champion to 5 power. Other zombos get +1/+0. I'm actually gonna counter that. Yeah. Hey there, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this kind of content and want to see more fresh decks and standard meta decks, please consider subscribing. I would really appreciate it, and I see you guys soon.